Hello everyone and welcome back. Today's video is kind of a exciting one for me because I actually ordered a bunch of stuff from BH Cosmetics. I wanted to order from them for a while now, but I didn't know what I wanted. So the last little while I've just been kind of scoping out like some things that I wanted to try, some things that I was curious about. So they're here. So I was a little ticked off because I really wanted to try their foundation and their concealer, and I went to order. All of my really light shades were all sold out, and the only shade that I could possibly use out of their concealer was the white shade. I wanted to kind of skip on that, so as you can see I have just kind of like the base layers on my face. Like I have some foundation and concealer just from other drugstore brands. I do have kind of a little bit of everything else, I think, in this box for me to try out for you guys. So if you are curious about the BH Cosmetics brand, if you are, kind of eyeing some things that you want to try, if you're not sure if it's worth it or how these products work, you can just keep watching and find out for yourself. So I obviously already opened up this box because I couldn't wait. Like I literally had to like open it at the time of receiving it. Got like this whole box of stuff. Shipping, taxes included. I think it was like $62 Canadian. So, and I mean, I got like a fair amount of like a couple of things. So I was pretty impressed about that. I don't know if I want to start off with brows or bronzer. Let's start with brows. So I decided to pick up their brow defining kit, the Flawless Brow Trio in the shade Light. So it comes with like the 3 different shades. I'm probably only going to be using one of these shades because that's kind of how it is with like brow trios with me. So this is how it looks here. It comes with a nice mirror, and it also comes with 3 shades. So this first shade here kind of looks like a creamy shade, almost like a gel, and then it has like a lighter one and then a little bit more of a darker one there. I'm going to be using this little Wet n Wild, just kind of like a little slanted pencil brush. I think I'm going to go towards this shade here. I'm just going to start by just filling in this portion here. So it is really pigmented, more so than what I thought it would be. I'm kind of kicking myself that I never got like a brow pomade or something like that because I'm just so used to like the crisp lines. I'm actually going to dip into that middle shade just to kind of see how that... The middle shade is almost the same, except it's like a tiny, like if I put it on this side, I could get away with the middle shade for sure. Oh yeah, like the middle shade's definitely dark enough for me. So here are the brows. They're not bad. I think I'm just not used to using powder anymore, and ever since I started using like brow pomade, it like totally changed my perspective on like brow products possibly. So, but I mean, for a powder, it's really not that bad. I think this is just me. It's really not the powder. I think it's just me filling in my brows. It's easier with a pomade, but I mean, this definitely gives like almost like a more of a natural-ish kind of look. But yeah, I really do think that this is a nice brow powder. So if you are used to filling your brows in with a powder and not really a pomade, or you like powder better, this really is like a good little brow kit. And I think I literally paid like $3 or $4 for it, so super cheap. I mean, I'm kind of using like a more crappier brush. Like I literally got this brush from the dollar store, so maybe that has something to do with it. Next, I want to try their Brilliance bronzer. So this is how the packaging looks. It's very reflective. It's really nice packaging. It looks sleek and simple, but yet nice. And I actually got this in the shade Golden Gal. It comes with a nice mirror, and that is the color down there. So I think this will be a nice fit for fair skin tones like I am, and this would also suit me if I am a little bit tanned in the summer. So to first apply this, I am going to be going in with the Morphe R4 brush. It's kind of like a slanted contour brush, and I'm just gonna dip into this. So I'm not sure how pigmented this is gonna be upon first glance. Ooh, so it is really pigmented. Just like a couple swipes, I got that much pigmentation. Okay, so that is the bronzer applied. I'm actually really impressed with this guy. So it definitely is a satin finish bronzer. It doesn't have like a glowiness effect. It is kind of matte, but at the same time it's like a smooth matte. So it does live up to its name with satin. I think the color is very nice for my skin tone, or like possibly a little bit darker than me. I like to go overboard with bronzer. Well, not that I like to, but it just happens. Yeah, I really do like this bronzer. It's definitely a win for me. There is nothing to complain about at all. Yeah, I really like it. It's like super easy to blend. It didn't really leave harsh lines. It's buildable. Definitely a thumbs up for the Brilliance bronzer. Okay, so one thing that I actually forgot to get, and it was on the website, but I just totally forgot, was blush. But when I did make an order, an older order for BH Cosmetics, I did pick up one of their blush palettes. So, but I looked and they don't sell this one anymore, but they do sell ones that are very, very similar, like the same packaging and everything, kind of like this one. This one is actually called their Glamorous Blush 10 color blush palette. So these are the colors in here, and the other two that they have do come in this kind of packaging, except there's just different shades in here. So I mean, for the sake of this video, I was kind of thinking about it, and I think I do kind of just want to go in just to kind of keep it all, you know, as much as I can, BH Cosmetics. Just remember that this one is not available, but I mean, you can get newer, updated versions of something that's similar to this palette on their website. I'm going to just kind of mix these two shades right here. Ooh, and they are very pigmented as well. I think that's kind of like, you know, like the running trend with BH Cosmetics is everything is very, very pigmented. And I mean, that's definitely a good thing, but you just have to be a little bit careful when you're applying, because you can definitely go overboard, especially if you're someone like me that just likes to just keep going. It just kind of gave me like a nice flush of color. But if you're wondering about their blushes, this one that I tried was really good, so I can only imagine what their more updated, new formula kind of blushes are like. So if you're hesitant, I would definitely pick up a blush. If you're wondering, I think you would be pleasantly surprised. Okay, so next is like one of the shadow palettes that I've been waiting for since it really came out, but I just never, you know, made the push to make the order. But this is the Desert Oasis eyeshadow palette. So this one is 19 color shadow and highlighter palette. So this is the outer packaging like this. So this just kind of pulls out like this, and you have this really, really nice quality I guess metallic rose gold palette. It's just like super nice. It's actually really beautiful. Nothing at all feels cheap about the packaging of this palette. Everything is very hard and sturdy, and you would never think that you're holding such a value priced palette just by the touch of this at all. It has a great big mirror. And these are the shades. So look at those shades. It has a couple of matte transitions, and of course it has a lot of shimmers, and then like your highlighters like over here. So to me, this really stood out. I've seen lots of great reviews on this online, but I'm so curious to try this out myself. I'm super excited. I wanted this one for a while now, so now's the time that I can play with it and try it. So I think for the very first transition shade, I'm going to go in with the lighter one up here, and then I might go in with that darker one a little bit later. So yeah, so this lighter one is called a Cannon. So I'm gonna go in with my Morphe E23 brush. It's like the bigger blending brush that I always use. So there is like a lighter shade in here called Sand that you could use to prep your eye. I could have done that. I just honestly forgot. I got too excited and just started dipping into the colors. So you could go in with that one first if you kind of like to give your overall eyelid like a nice little base shadow to start with. And this is actually really nice. So again, this is the shade Cannon, one of their like 3 or 4 matte shades in the palette. And this blends so easily. It's really pigmented, but it's buildable at the same time, from what I can tell right off the bat. Now I'm gonna go in with the shade Dune, so it's this one right down here, and it's just like a little bit darker. So I'm just gonna pop into that and just place this one on top of the shade Cannon that I just applied. I have no idea what kind of look I'm gonna do at all. There are some beautiful colors in here. I don't know if I want to kind of do like a crazy colored one, which is not really my style, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where this kind of takes us. I think I'm going to go into this third matte shade called Sandstone. So it's right down here. So it's like this orangey kind of terracotta color. Same brush. Just popping into that and just adding that into the crease, and that's just gonna warm it up a little bit just from those cool tone browns. So like I honestly can't get over these shadows so far, and I know I only use the matte ones, but like they're so good. When I mean like they're good, like they're so good. Like I'm pleasantly surprised. Not that I really had low expectations anyway going into this palette, but I mean everyone has their different opinions, everyone has their different skin types and kind of like what they like and what they look for in different products. So next I think I'm gonna go into the shade Prickly Pear. So it's this one right here, if you can see. It's like this brownish color, and I think I'm just gonna kind of pop this into the outer corner just to kind of give it a little bit more of depth. Ooh, and this one is so pretty. Again, like so nice. And usually some shimmer shades are kind of hard to pick up with a brush, so I usually like to go in and apply them with my finger, if you kind of seen my other videos. But this one works really nicely on a brush, surprisingly. So that is how that color looks there. And I mean, we can go in a little later and just kind of like touch up some of the smudges or some of the edges. So I'm really conflicted. I have no idea what color to use. They have like these beautiful colors. They have like this royal blue here. They have like a lighter blue on top. They have this copper shade. So I really don't know what to try. You know what? Like maybe we should just go for like a color, because I don't normally do much colors. I'm a little nervous. This is like a really bright blue. I think I'm gonna go in with the shade Turquoise, which is that lighter blue on top of it. I'm just gonna start patting this down, almost like a base for the blue, maybe. Like they are so pigmented, like seriously, like for shimmers especially, like they're so pigmented. I never wear blue eyeshadow, so this is like a first for me. So that was the lighter blue called Turquoise. So now I'm gonna go in with the darker blue. I'm a little nervous. This one's called Hot Spring. Like that's how it looks on my finger. That is so pretty. I seriously cannot get over the pigmentation. Like I know I keep saying that, but like honestly, for shimmers, this is insane. Alright then, BH Cosmetics. So I'm just going to try to blend that in just a little bit better. So I'm taking that same shade that I used before in the corner called Prickly Pear, and I'm just going to try to blend that blue into it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Serenity. Is it Serenity? Yes, so it's Serenity. It's actually one of these guys up here. So it's this second one, not like the yellowy one, but that one here. The Morphe R42 brush. And I'm just going to put some into the very corner. Ooh, and that actually really worked. I think I'm gonna go into this darker shade called Nightscape. So this one right here, this kind of dark matte color. I'm actually gonna take this on the Sigma small tapered blending brush, E45, I think it is, yes. And again, darken this up just a little more. I honestly cannot believe that I am sitting here with bright blue eyeshadow on right now, but one of those things that when you've seen it in the palette, you just have to try it. So with the same brush, because I want to kind of use some of the product that's left on it, I am going to go into Dune. So it was that darker transition shade that we've been using. This one right here, just to give it some color. I'm going to dip into that darker brown again. Okay, so they did send me a liquid eyeliner because I bought like over a certain amount. They sent me one for free. So this one is called the BH liquid eyeliner, and this one is in the shade Black. This is how it looks like here. So it is your classic felt tip eyeliner. I'm really bad at doing like an eyeliner with like any kind of liquid eyeliner at all, but for the sake of this video, I'm going to give it a go, but I'm not going to do it on camera because I don't know how long this is going to take me. It might take me a fair bit to kind of do. So I'm going to go try this out, and in the meantime, I will be right back. Okay, so this is the liquid eyeliner. This side is kind of messed up, but that side is looking okay. I never wear liquid eyeliner, so that's why I'm so bad at it, but I really wanted to try this. But I have to say, this is the easiest one that I've ever used. Like seriously, like I tried some ones from Tarte, I couldn't use them. I tried like NYC, couldn't use it, but this one is by far the easiest one that I've ever tried, so that's kind of saying something. I will be holding on tight to this guy right here because I really like this one. I'm going to go in with that darker Nightscape shade. It was the matte dark brown, and just kind of line my lower lash line. So I'm going to go in with Serenity, which is a highlighter, and just kind of put some into my outer corners. I'm going to put some under my brow bone. And this highlighter is very pigmented. Like seriously, it's very pigmented. This would look nice on the face, but I actually did pick up a highlighter palette from them, and this is the Spotlight Highlight 6 color palette. So this is how it looks like right here. This one to me is like a good quality packaging. So when I open it up, has a mirror, and it has those 6 shades right there. So as you can see, they do get pretty frosty if you kind of like a white, you know, like really white blinding highlight. I'm gonna try out by mixing these two right here, those two whiter shades. So they're called Ethereal and Glow. We're gonna mix the two just to kind of see how it performs, and I'm just gonna put it again where I normally put any highlighter. Ooh, so that is really pretty. Okay, so you can definitely probably see that in the camera now. This definitely packs a punch, but in a really good way. So one thing that I shouldn't say one thing, I never got like several things, but another thing that I never got from them was mascara, but I'm gonna go in with my trusty Maybelline Colossal Big Shot Mascara, and I'm just going to give my lashes a couple coats. Okay, so I'm a little bit worried about lips because I did not expect to be doing a look this bright and this bold for like a first impression for that palette. So I picked up 2 different liquid lips. I picked up one called Jacqueline, and it is kind of like this dark berry color, movie color, and then I picked up a lighter one called Samantha. So it's like this mauve color, like a cool pink tone, but I don't know if it's gonna go with the the eye look that I have on, but I mean, let's just go ahead and give it a go anyway. The one that I'm going to be trying is their long wearing matte lipstick. That is the color that is going to be going on my lips. So the packaging's really nice. I would never think that this is the price that I paid for it, so I think I might have paid like $6 or something for this, or cheaper. I'm just gonna go and apply this. So I have to say, I feel very 80s inspired right now. Like for the blues, I kind of really like them. I wouldn't obviously wear this every day as like a makeup look, but I mean, you could totally make this work. I think the blue is gorgeous, and I think all the other colors that are with the blue really kind of work together and kind of enhance it. That palette was super easy to work with. This one is definitely going to be my go-to. I really, really, really like this guy as well. As you can see, it's probably one of the only highlighters that actually show up in my camera, so I really recommend this one as well. And again, this is the Spotlight Highlighter palette. I did like their brow kit. It's just I'm not really used to wearing powder for my brows anymore. To me, it kind of looks like a little bit patchy, but again, I'm used to using pomade. I'm not really used to using this kind of thing anymore. So, but if this is your thing and you really do like using powder, this is a really good powder. There was nothing wrong with the quality. It was really pigmented. Everything kind of glided on a little better. And of course, I could have used a better quality brush, and it probably would have turned out even better than what it did. This liquid lip is really nice. I really like the color. It might not kind of match my blue eyeshadow, but this formula is very nice. The only thing with this is that because it is so matte, it does feel kind of drying on my lips, so I would kind of pair it with like a lip balm or like a lip moisturizer underneath if you're going to be trying their matte liquid lips out. And of course, the Brilliance bronzer. I really, really liked this one. The Golden Gal shade was perfect for my skin type. I think this is something that I can carry into the summer. It'll also go with like the very, very, very slight tan that I may get. I'm really impressed with everything that I have tried, especially this, because I am not a liquid eyeliner person. If you watch my other videos, everything is just kind of like lined with a pencil brush with some shadow. So I really like this. I can't wait to practice my liquid eyeliner wing some more with this guy, but I secretly kind of actually really like this look. So that finishes my video of my BH Cosmetics haul, and I guess kind of like a first impressions video. If you liked what you see, please give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more by me, just hit that subscribe button. So until next time, I will be seeing you guys in my next one, so I will see you there. Bye!